Okay, so in this tutorial, I'm going to model a fancy water bottle. It's a solid industrial design and goes over, it'll go over polygonal modeling, and I think other students will find it helpful as well. Okay, so the item in question is, all right, what we got here? Extra large. It's gonna be this one, and these are the interior. This is the top, and this is it's open, and they're already cropped out. So first thing I need to do is put in the image references. So I'm here in Maya, spacebar. So in the front view, I'm gonna put in the front sketch. So I'm gonna go select my front camera over here. I'm gonna go into my attribute editor, close it, close all of it, and I'm just gonna pull up my environment, create, right there, image plane, create, and here it is. Then I'm gonna go into my folder, okay, and I cropped it out, so it's a good sketch. The volume is pretty accurate to real life. I'll hit open. Alright, so there you go. And there you go. Perfect. I'm going to do for the front, the side now, side camera. So I need to select my side camera and environment, image plane, create. I'm going to click on the folder, side, right there, and open. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to zoom in, press the space bar so I can maximize this view. I'm going to press F as in Frank to focus on it, zoom in and focus. Wow, this is spot on, look at that. Alright, I'm gonna name it. Spacebar, zoom in. So this looks to be the side view, the one I just grabbed. Right here, side view. So image plane 2, I'm gonna name it side view sketch. Image plane 1, which is right here, I'm gonna press Q to hide the handles. Alright, so this is my front, or this is what I interpret to be the front, looks like to be. I'm gonna double click on it. I'm gonna put in front view sketch. Perfect. I'm gonna go into my channel box, and I'm gonna select my front view sketch and my side view sketch. Go over here, click on that icon. Here I am, double click, and I'm gonna type in front and side sketches. Front and side sketches. Hit save. Okay. Zoom out. I'm always being aware of my front camera. I'm gonna grab that. Okay, and I'm gonna just take a look at it. And it looks like my side views are slightly lower. See? Well, it's almost right there, slightly lower. So I mean, what I could do is just, so I have my side view sketch. I'm gonna just lift it up a bit with my up arrow. There, just to match it. Right there. So again, all I did was pull it with my up arrow. Before and after. And down here, nice, perfect match. Okay, so that was super minor. I'm gonna grab both of them. I grab marquee, select, left click and drag to marquee, select all of them. Spacebar, maybe like in my side view. I'm just gonna lift them up right around here. It's okay if it kind of penetrates through the ground, because this is just perspective view. I mean, it's drawn in perspective, so I'm just gonna align it to that and that. And then front view is spot on too. Look at that. Okay, good. Alright, so we got our orthos set up. That was 5 minutes. Okay. Alright, then I'm gonna grab my front view, and there's my front view compass. I'm gonna push it back in space. Several students did not do this. It needs to be done because it's gonna get in the way of your drawing. So I put it back in space using the arrow. Side view. Okay, I'm gonna push it back towards my left. The arrow, making sure, push it back. There. Maybe a little bit more. Grab this one, maybe push it back a little bit more. Okay. Then I'm gonna lock it. Alright. So hopefully yours also looks like this, regardless of what model it is. Okay. Now, let's build this. Well, it's a cylinder. It's a cylinder. I'm gonna go to Create, Polygon Primitives, Cylinder. Here's my cylinder. Press F to focus in on it. Okay. And if I look from the top, I have a even number on this side as well as this side, you know, and even number on this side and this side. So like an equal sided pie, which is, like I said in class, is important because of symmetry, you know. That way you could do on one side to the other if needed. And just it's an important rule to follow. Alright, so next I want to move my pivot point down here at the bottom. So I'm going to press D as in David once, and I let go. Then I'm going to press V as in Victor, and I'm going to hold it. This activates the snapping point. When I move it, I need to move it with the arrow. Do not go down here and start yanking like that. It will throw things off really bad. Do not do that. Again, I'm going to just press V with the up arrow. I'm going to click on it and I'm going to snap it down. And when I did that, I still have my V key, as in Victor key, still holding, and I moved it down with the up and down arrow, and I let go. There you go. There you have it. So now my anchor point is at the bottom. Now I'm going to press 4. And I'm going to just move this up to here, right there. Right there. Right at that line. Perfect. Then I want to raise it up to around here. So I'm going to use just my scale. I'm going to press R. And again, I'm in my side view. I'm going to pull up right there. Maybe yeah, that works. There you go. Spacebar, spacebar. There you have it. Okay, here's my front view. Now let's start tapering. Alright. Taper, what should we do now? Well, it's kind of fat. I want to make it a little bit skinnier. How do I do that? I'm gonna press R. Okay. And spacebar, spacebar. I'm gonna pull on this right here. This is your constraint scale. I'm gonna pull on that. See that? The height still stays the same. Only the width gets scaled. Okay. So I'm gonna pull on that. Yeah, right around there. Spacebar, spacebar, and looks just about right. There. I can make it taller later on. Good. Okay, so next, I want to give this a nice bevel. A nice bevel. So how am I going to do that? Well, I'm going to hold down my right mouse button, go to edge mode. I'm going to double click on that. Again, this edge, double click. Right, now I'm going to perform a bevel. So I'm in edges, and I double clicked on that, and that's how I got that. And I'm going to add a bevel edge. So shift, hold down the right mouse button at the same time, and bevel edge right there. Again, shift, right mouse button, bevel edge. Okay, so from here, the bevel is huge. So the fraction, I'll put 0.1. 0.1 is nice. Okay. Maybe I'll put 2 segments. Okay. And maybe 3 segments. So I got a nice right there. That's very nice. Right click, object mode. I hold right click and drag to object mode and let go. So I got a nice bevel. I can press 3 for smooth proxy, and you can see it already. Alright. Grab it, select it, press 1 to go back to my low poly cage. Okay, good. So far so good. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna do Control Shift S, save as. I'm in my hard surface modeling project directory, and I'm gonna save it as Brita water bottle modeling 01. Save. Alright, next I'm gonna start drawing modeling these tapering. Alright, so well, just in case, in order to go from each area, you click in here, like left click, spacebar, and spacebar to get out of it. Click in here, spacebar, spacebar to get out of it. Alright. Zoom in here, select my object, right click, and hold, and face. And I'm gonna, out here, I'm in faces. Out here, I'm gonna just left click and drag all the way across. And select. And it looks like I pretty much selected almost everything, which is not what you want. But if I have this like this, okay, and I hold on my control key, I'm gonna hold it down, and my cursor turns into a minus sign. When it turns into a minus sign, from down here, I'm gonna left click and hold and drag, and then let go. So it deselected all of that, but it's still selected my top view because I did not marquee all the way up to the top, which would have deselected everything. So I only selected that. From here, right, my faces, I'm gonna model this part. So I'm gonna do, hold on, shift and right click and hold. So I'm holding down shift, I'm holding down my right click, and I'm gonna do extrude face. Here we are. Now this big old thing pops up. I'm gonna just move this framing over like that, zoom out, this over here, and I really don't need this window to help me extrude. I'm gonna just do it more free flow, where I'm gonna press W, which these faces are still have extrusion on them. It's active. You don't see it here, but there's a face within a face in here. You just don't see it. So I had pressed W, right? And look what happens now. I can pull it out. Okay. Space bar. Space bar. Alright. And this here, all this shows that my extrusion is happening. Anyway, I'm gonna just pull it up to here. Yeah, not here, and there's a reason why. I'm gonna pull up at the maximum point where it tapers in here. This area here, I'm gonna add another resolution line to squeeze it in, to pinch it. But anyway, I pulled up to here like that. Okay. And I'm gonna press R. Okay. Now I'm gonna press the space bar. I'm gonna bring this back, pull this down. I'm gonna, from here, right? I'm in R for scale, and from the center, I'm gonna yank on it. There we go. See? Now I got that nice tapered in. And then from here, I'm gonna push up. So I still have these faces selected that I wanna manipulate and change and extrude. So I'm gonna press W. I can't just pull it up, because look what happens. Right? Because I got my point line over here that it's gonna extrude up from. So I'm gonna do shift, right click and hold down shift, hold down the right click, extrude face. And I don't need this anymore. I'm gonna just press W to get out of that. Now this is just a move tool. Like I said, it is active and there is a extrude procedure done to it. Because if I pull up, right, press W, right, and I pull up, I can pull it up. There we go. And right around here. Good. Space bar, click outside. And there you have it. But now I want to go back, you know, let me add the little nice touches and put a little bevel on that right here. But I need to be in my edges mode, because that bevel, you need to be in edges, because you're going to bevel an edge. I'm going to hold down my right mouse button, go to edge mode. Here I'm going to double click. Then I'm going to hold down shift and also hold down the right mouse button, extrude edge. No. Bevel edge. And that's already too much. This I need for beveling. I need this window. For extrusions, not all the time, but for bevels, I definitely need this window. So the fractions too much. I'm gonna do like 0.1. Okay. Segments, maybe set it to 3. Alright. Okay. Spacebar. Right, alright, look at that. Nice. I like that. I'm done with that. I'm gonna press W. Now we're out of that tool and that procedure. If I press 3, look what happens. It loses its shape, right? How do we fix that? Well, the more resolution lines you add at critical points where it, you know, tapers in and stuff. If I add a construction line here, well, the shape is gonna maintain. It's gonna hold its shape instead of turning into jello, which I'll show right now. So I need to add what you call a edge loop. So in order to do that, hold down Shift, hold down right mouse button, insert edge loop tool. Click drag on edges, zoom in, and I'm gonna click on here, the perpendicular. Whatever is perpendicular to the edge that I want, it makes a right angle, right? Up and down. I'm gonna click here and hold. I left clicked and I held and I dragged. I'm gonna make a tight one. The closer I get, the tighter the bevel or the tighter the transition points gets. So right around here, right here, really tight. So when I do that, if I press 3, okay, and this, just don't mind this, this is normal. It's doing this because I have smooth proxy, the number 3 clicked. If I press 1, it's gone. If I press 3, it comes back. But my bevel tool is still active because I have this triangle looking thing. I'm gonna press W to get out of it. I'm gonna click outside. Then I'm gonna right click and hold object mode. Then I'm gonna also click outside again to get out of it. As you can see, the shape is coming back. Before it was a lot more, you know, like blah. But now the shape is coming back. And again, that's because I'm gonna press 1. I add that edge loop here to maintain the shape structure. Now I want to add another edge loop over here. But before that, I need to be aware of something. Space bar. I want to add this taper right here. I want to add that where it tapers in. In order for me to do that, I need to add an edge loop to tighten it. So I'm in object mode, right? And I can go Shift, right click, and hold, insert edge loop. You could activate the edge loop tool when you're in object mode, or also when you are in edges component mode, and let go. Now, I need to see through this. So I'm gonna press 4, and I'm gonna estimate that the neck is gonna taper around here. So on my perpendicular edge, going this way, up and down, I'm gonna left click and hold, right, or I'm gonna guesstimate right around here, because this is where you drew it, or the student drew it, right around here. So right around here, I'm right around there, and let go. Then I'm gonna press W, okay, and I'm gonna right mouse button, I'm gonna press R, not right mouse button, but R, the R key for scale. From the center here, from the center only, I'm gonna pull like that, and I got a taper. But if I press 3, and see that, press 5 to be in shaded mode. Now slowly bring it back in. I have a nice taper. Press 1. Now you see how if I press 3, you see how it turns into jello over here, like blah. If I press 1, you see it like that. I'm gonna add an edge loop going across here, because if I put an edge loop construction line going across, what's gonna happen is when I press smooth, it's gonna keep it straight and straight like that. So press W. I'm just gonna click outside for a bit. Right now I'm in edges mode, so that means I can add an edge loop. Hold on Shift, hold on right mouse button as well. Insert edge loop tool again. Now it's active. Click drag on edge. on the perpendicular edge of this going across, perpendicular, any one of these perpendicular lines, I'm gonna left click on it and hold and drag down right around here. I want to make it tight because it's gonna be a tight transition. Let go, press W, press 3. Alright, see how much tighter it got? Press 1, click outside. Now I'm gonna press 4. Alright, press 3, 4. Okay. What I want to do is I want to add an edge loop here, and press 4. Yeah. All right. Okay, so from here, probably gonna add an edge loop here and maybe here, give a nice transition. So hold on Shift, hold on right mouse button, insert edge loop tool, and probably right around here, right on this edge. So I want a tight transition. Let's see what that does. Press 3. Alright, it's kind of hard to see right now. Press W, click outside. Okay. Right click, object mode, right click and hold, go to object mode, click outside. So I got a tight bevel going on there. Because I have this tight one here and that tight one there. I'm going to add one right here too. Shift, right click and hold. I'm in object mode. If I'm in object mode, I still can't activate the edge loop tool. Shift, right click and hold, insert edge loop tool. Right here. Click drag on edges. Right, this edge, right there. And press the W. And right click and hold, go to object mode, click outside. Don't mind this will fix after. Press 3. Okay, select it and press 3. There we go. Alright, nice and tight. Alright, I think now it's time for me to bring in some of the photo references. I'm going to start to need them. So this time around, I'm not going to use the camera to slap in a reference. I'm going to use what I mentioned in class, the free image plane, to slap it all around outside here so I can look at it. I'm going to create free image plane. Right, I'm going to put space bar, and then my front view, and I'm going to type in here image plane. I'm going to write down front photo ref, and I'm going to go into my attribute editor because I need to plug in the image and the folder icon. Front right there, bingo. Open, here it is, and that's fine. Even though it's big, it's fine. I'm gonna just put it over here. God, I can't stand that grid. I'm gonna uncheck the grid right there. Good. It's huge. I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna make a copy of it. Control D as in David. I'm gonna move it over, and I'm gonna double click on it, and I'm just gonna change some things. Instead of front, I'm gonna type in side. So this is gonna be my side. Folder. Side. No. side view, right? Yeah, good. Open. Alright, this one's a little bit bigger, but it's fine. As long as I just get a feel for it. Alright, so yeah, look at that. Right there. Interesting. This will be good to model actually. Yeah. I'm gonna grab both of it. I'm gonna just scale it down a pinch. Right, so what I did was press R from the center, scale, press W, pull it down, grab that, bring it there, grab that, bring it there, zoom in. This one's kind of big. I'll press R. I just want to scale it down a bit so it kind of matches him. Press R. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Alright, so what I notice is this tapers a lot more though than that. It's a more of a gentle curve. So I mean, what I could do is, alright, so for now I'm gonna just cut this tutorial short and come back and do the final touch-ups because it's already been 30 minutes, so next half I'm gonna complete. Okay, so that's a lot of twos that have already been done, and this is almost done. Yeah, maybe a little bit more, but it's a great practice on hard surface modeling and whatnot. Okay, that's about it.